Hey guys, Tarek Maalouf FPV here, and I'm going to go over one of the steps that we need to cover regarding binding your FrSky Apus MQ60 to your X9Lite radio if you were taking the drone curriculum, if you're taking a drone class at your school. One of the issues that we're finding out is that some of the people who have the X9Lite, which is this radio right here, some of them were shipped with the new firmware loaded already, and some of them were shipped with the older firmware. The Apus MQ60 requires the older firmware in order for it to work, and I'm going to show you exactly how to load that, and I'm going to show you how to detect it here. First thing though to note is that you will need an SD card if you do have to perform this task, and preferably get one that's 16 gigs or less. If you don't have one or cannot find one, let us know and we will ship one to you. You will pay basically the shipping, send it back and forth, and then you can return it back to us if you cannot find one. But these should be pretty much handy anywhere, and you can use anything 16 gig or less would be the easiest, okay? But let me go over this with you and show you how to detect it. So first thing first, we're gonna look at your radio. I want you to go ahead and turn it on. You're gonna hear mine talk real quick, don't worry about that. Unless you have these files loaded, yours won't talk like that. What we want to do is get to your main screen here. So just press your exit button to get to your main screen. And then I want you to hold the menu button down, and you're going to see your tools screen come up, and I want you to press page until you get to tools page 7 of 7. Here's 7 of 7 right here, and it says version at the top. I want you to scroll down until you get to the modules and RX version. Once you highlight that, hit enter. And I want you to look at your module, the internal module ISRM-N. The big thing that we want to make sure of is that if you have something that starts with a 2 in the second set of numbers, so you have 1.1.0/, if it's a 2, then you have the newer firmware and you need to downgrade it. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do it. If you have the 1 and it's like 1.1.3 or what have you, those are all fine to work and you wouldn't be having this problem anyway. This video is strictly for people who it says a 2 right here, okay? Here's what you're going to do if you have the 2 showing up and you need to downgrade it. All right, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to power off my radio. All right, so go ahead and power your radio down, and I'm going to remove my personal SD card from here because we're going to be doing this basically from scratch. So I'm going to put my SD card aside. I'm going to take my new SD card, so let's go ahead and open that up. All right. If I can get into this, it would be nice. Let me get a little razor blade here to cut this open. Okay, and let me see, I think you're going to insert this with the label down. So your screen is facing up at you, take your SD card, turn it over to where the label's down, and then pop it in there, and it should click, just like that, okay? Once it clicked, it's in place. Go ahead and turn your radio back on, and now you will definitely not hear any voices or anything because I don't have it on here, okay? So it says I don't have an SD card version for my files to be loaded. That's fine. Right now we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to put software on this SD card so that we can downgrade your firmware. If you do want to go through the entire setup process on an SD card so you can have the audio and you have all the cool other features, that's fine. We're putting a video together that for you. But for right now, let's just focus on this. So when you turn that on, let me get back to that. So I'm going to turn this radio back on for you, okay? So when you turn it on, it's going to be checking the SD card to see if you have files on there that it needs in order to run the voice and stuff. And it's going to give you messages that it doesn't. So let's read our messages. First of all, it says we don't have a failsafe. That's fine. Go ahead and hit exit. SD card warning. It's looking for files that aren't there. That's fine. Hit exit. Okay, now you're back at your main screen. And what I want you to do now is I want you to go ahead and I want you to plug in your USB cable. Okay, while the radio's on, plug in your USB cable. And you're going to get a menu option here that says select your mode, USB joystick or USB storage. Go to USB storage and press enter. Okay, at that point your Windows screen is going to pop up just like that. You're going to start seeing a drive pop up, and here's your drive, and you're going to see now that you have a USB drive folder right here. This is the SD card that's in your radio. So you'll have a Tyrannus one that's writing the files. That's one part, and then it has the USB drive. That's the second part. The USB drive is your SD card. And here's what I want you to do. Under the curriculum here, if you go to the X9Lite Setup and Firmware Updates Part 1, there's a new option here that says, in some cases, radio may ship with the new firmware. So this is what appeals to you. So it'll tell you right here, if you're not able to bind it, please click here. So click that. That'll take you to this video that we're making right now. And the video is not uploaded because we're still making it. But you'll also see the download that you need to add onto this SD card to downgrade your firmware. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to click on the download button. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and you're going to, if you're using Chrome for example, just go to your downloads folder wherever, put it, show it in the folder, and you're going to see your file right here. That's the file that you just downloaded, okay? I want you to right click on it. I want you to left click on extract all. And I want you to leave everything else like it is with the option to show extracted files when complete. So click extract. And a new window is going to pop up. Ignore the Mac OS, okay? Just look at this file right here, the firmware or FW-X7 Access X9Lite ISRM. I want you to double click it, okay? And I want you to take this file right here. This is all I care about. I want you to put a check mark beside that file name. Then come up here, and I want you to click copy. Then I want you to scroll down to your USB drive E, click it, and then I want you to come up here and click paste. That's all we want to do. Once you've done this, I want you to go ahead and find your USB the safe disconnect for USB. So find it, left click, and left click on eject USB drive. Click it again, click on eject Tyrannus. Once you've done that, pull the USB cable out, okay? And now we're going to go back to our USB, and we're going to see our fail-safe warnings, basically like it's turning back on. Click exit, okay? Now we're at our main screen. I want you to hold your menu button down. When the tools screen comes up, I want you to click page. Okay? And, sorry, let me click exit here real quick. I want you to hold your menu key down, and then when the tools screen comes up, click page. And you see where it says SD card? It's already got that one file there that you did. I want you to hold down your enter button and hold it till this menu comes up. When this comes up, I want you to click the flash internal module. Press enter and just wait. I'm going to leave the video running. This is going to slow, it's a little slow process, but it's going to flash that internal module and downgrade your system back to where it needs to be in order for it to function properly. Okay, so let's give it a second, and it's going to do that. It may take about a minute or so. Okay, it's now going to say it's flashed as successful. Hit enter, you can click OK, hit exit, exit. Now power down your radio. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the SD card. Okay, I'll power it back up. Okay, we're back at our screen here, and now if we hold menu and we click page until we get to page 7, we can scroll down to RX version modules, and you're going to see right there you now have 1.1.3, and that is exactly what you needed to bind. So now all you're going to do is you're going to go back to your screen here, click menu once, hit page, and then you can go to your bind option here, and you can select 1 through 16, or you could select you could do the the 1 through 16 option here, sorry, is what I have. I believe you can go 1 through 8. You can do either one. I have mine by default set to 1 through 16, sorry. But in either case, once you go to bind now, you will be able to bind with your Apus, and you should have no problem. All right, guys, so that pretty much does it for this. That should walk you through this problem and get you past the binding issue if you are having one with your X9Lite and your Apus MQ60. Again, if you want to go ahead and use the SD card and actually do all the functions and load them all that this radio can do, I encourage you to do it when you have time. It is really cool to see the things it can do, and we're going to put video 2 out to instruct you on how to do that. If you have any questions, just let us know. We have a link here for our support, or you can ask your instructor. Otherwise, have fun. We hope to see you in the sky soon. Take care. Bye-bye.